face-off. Broken up by Brian Burley, not for long. Kelland again, Kelland finding Burley. Burley dumping in. Oh, an interesting rebound. Only here as far as Colin Wilson. And the Rockets bringing their young players into this final very early on. Interesting strategy. Now, break on for Hay. Moving across to cover him, Lichka. Laid out. One-on-one. Speculative shot from Wilson. Comes back. Right in front, must be. Colin Wilson it was. Lichka made the pass. Wilson with the final touch, and the Rockets go one up early on.
Well, look at this rebound off the backboards there. Lichka comes in, picks up the loose puck, gets it right across the ice to Wilson, and really the goalie doesn't have a chance. 1-0.
Paul Pentland. Rebound may drop for Burley. He's got Jock Hay rather in his way here. Still on away. Oh, Neil unable to make the final contact there. It's a fine piece of back-checking by Pentland for Burley. Burley smothered, but recovers right across the face of the goal. Now here's a break on for Dundee. There's 2-on-1. That wasn't a bad effort from Hamola, the top scorer. Still going. Oh, what a shot! Glenn Sharpley almost took the back of the net away there with that blockbuster of a shot.
Well, Dave, Dundee go 2-0 into the lead, and look at this. Sharpley's shot makes a nice move to get around the defenseman. 45 feet out, a blistering slap shot, beats Hansen.
Well, Murrayfield are unhappy about that goal. They're clustering around referee McWilliam. Paul, I can hardly think of what they can be complaining about. I saw nothing wrong with it at all.
Well, they might be saying it was an offside. It was a pretty close call, but the goal stands.
Rockets 2 up. And I think it might get a bit rough as Paul Hahn moves in there. We have seen in ice hockey how very swiftly it is for fortunes. And there, case in point. Quite incredible.
Well, some devastating forechecking here by Ricky Farah. The defenseman skating, hanging on a bit too long. Now watch, Farah will come in, take the puck, and right away shoots it in the corner. The goalie didn't even see it.
Rick Farah then bringing the racers right back into this Regal Cup final. 2-1, now the score. We've only had a little over 6 minutes.
6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Kelland, aimless pass will find only Mark Slater. Slater trying to squeeze past Tony Hand. Now again it's the Rockets on the offensive. Ronnie Wood, back to Wood, right in front here. Whoa. Sharply again with the shot as the racers now break with Hand. That's hit the back of the net the wrong way around. Off the boards. Tremendous play now. Hamola, reverse pass. Sharply again getting himself involved. Now it's number 9, Tony Hand, right in front here, his brother. It was Paul Hand with the shot. He would have looked to do better now. Here's Sharpley on the goalkeeper, must be. Oh, what a save. That really was a superb save from Hansen.
Well, this is a key save, a good effort by Sharpley, but look at the glove hand go out and grab that one out of midair.
Advantage of the man. Wood flicking it back. Here's Alistair Wood, 2 Woods, remember, in the Dundee side. This is Ali Wood. Brother Ronnie plays up the flanks. Sharply smothered out. Here is Alistair Wood. Sharply unable to turn on that prod pass. Again. Camping out. Now Wood again. Forechecked. This is Ronnie Wood. Sharply's available right in front. Can't reach him. And Murrayfield are relieved to knock the puck anywhere to relieve the pressure. No, that wasn't a particularly good pass out from Jaroslav Lichka. Hit the back of the net, but it breaks anyway for Sharply. Sharply here to Ronnie Wood. Ronnie Wood flicking it back to brother Ali Wood. Lazy, deceptive kind of a shot. I'm not sure it was intended as a shot. Here again is Ali Wood. Flicking it across right in front, Ronnie Wood. Saved, I think it was, may have come off the piping. Murray Hansen under siege in the Murrayfield goal. Sharply, got to go in this time. Lichka lurking on the far post.
Well, Dave, Lichka makes it 3-1. This is a power play goal. You can see him, he's camped right on the post. This pass comes from behind the net. Look at Lichka. There's no one there to stop him.
It's going to be Colin Wilson for the drop, the young player, scorer of the opening goal. Flicking it back to Ali Wood. Now the chase is on here. This is Phillips with the Dundee second line, who've seen a fair amount of ice time in this Regal Cup final. And they certainly haven't let the Rockets down. Little chase on here for Doug Stevenson. Out come Murrayfield with Paul Pentland. Pentland looking for Scott Neal. The racers aren't really stitching their passing together with much conviction. Here again is Wilson. Allowed to go an awfully long way by the Murrayfield defence. Back here to Phillips. Leg flies out from Martin Mackay. They are long legs. They get in the way of an awful lot of flying pucks. Now Kelland, fluid mover. Chris Kelland gets a second bite. The angle was wrong. Neil right in front here. How did Kelland miss that one? Oh, close call there. There's Chris Kelland, such an accomplished performer, Paul.
Well, let's look at this again. Right on the doorstep, Chris Kelland stopped by Martin Mackay, and that's the third shot he had in a matter of seconds.
Craig Hamola, the two number 7s looking for the drop. Breaks for Dundee. Sharply pushing in here for Hamola. Hamola has Ronnie Wood, as always, feed out on the left. Flicked in again. Good, well, how did that one avoid going over? And it's getting terribly, terribly rough in there. And there's the shot eventually from Alistair Wood, and that went in as clean as a whistle.
Well, Ali Wood makes it 4-1 rather. And this is a good effort by the Dundee Rockets. They don't give up. The whistle doesn't blow. A good save by Hansen. They keep banging on it. See, it goes right across the goal line there. Still, they don't give up. And eventually, Ali Wood bangs it home.
So now the racers of Murrayfield have got to get some goals. They've got to get them quickly. There's a chance here for Ferrer. Ferrer! They really needed that one. And Ricky Ferrer was equal to the moment.
Well, this is fantastic end-to-end ice hockey. A great pass here from Tony Hand. He sees Ferrer in the clear, and it's a breakaway. And really, Ricky Ferrer, one of the best players in the league, does not miss those.
Ali Wood turning and twisting, losing his markers. Now then, here's Homola, unable to break the ranks of the red and white shirts. Wood doing well there, checking ferociously. The shot was on target. And now out will come Murrayfield with 2-on-1. And here is Tony Hand, who's got Ferrer available. Seems to have delayed fatally. And Dundee came swarming back. Still not away. Here's Ferrer. It's gone in. Ferrer with the reverse. The reverse shot, that's his hat-trick. And this guy is keeping Murrayfield in this final almost single-handed.
Well, this came out of nowhere, really. Tony Hand trying to get it across to Ferrer in front of the net. Eventually, it comes from the corner. Hand again gets around to Ferrer. Now look at Ferrer, comes around and backhands it right through the goaltender. Goaltender should have been a bit stronger here.
Wilson, he has got Lichka, if he could have fetched the puck back to him on the blue line, but instead it is Murrayfield moving up with Scott Neal, leaving it for Brian Burley. His import so strong on the puck, and right in front there it was Neal and Jock Hay.
Well, the Rockets are complaining that there was a man in the crease, but let's look at this again. Burley does all the work, brings it out front. Scott Neal falls, but Jock Hay comes along and bangs it into the open net past the goaltender. But there is a man in the crease. Scott Neal is lying right in the crease.
Races home for equalizing the goal was an unassisted goal by number 12, Joe Perry. Time of the game, 20 minutes and 52 seconds.
So we are back at 4 apiece. And this Regal Cup match is wide open, and now is Tony Hand going to make his mark here. Flicking, wriggling, twisting, protecting the puck, finding Heavey. Heavey's shot wasn't a good one. Kellens and Alistair Wood in contention. Slater and Ferrer in contention. That'll break fortuitously for Sharpley. Now it's 2-on-2. Slater did well. It's Craig Homola. Slater made it. Homola finished it off, and the Rockets are back in front.
Well, this is incredible stuff. Slater and Homola going down the ice on Kellen here. Slater, well, maybe by luck, maybe by judgment, gets this over, and the goaltender is beaten once again.
Number 29 of the Rockets got an appeal and the crew of the penalty for interference. Time of the penalty, 32 minutes and 53 seconds.
Well, Sharpley did well there to dispossess Paul Hand, but now the Rockets with the man in the sin bin have to try and cover the power play tactics of the Racers, and they'll be content to play the puck around all day now just to absorb this penalty time. Kellens lost to Paul Hand. Paul Hand bringing Ferrer in here, and right in front is Burley. If Tony Hand can find him, Ferrer scrambled away by Dundee. The Racers would have been looking to do better than that. And Sharpley makes the angle for himself. But Craig Homola was there. It seemed an eternity. And Murrayfield should have cleared it, but Homola was there viperishly to finish it off. Paul.
Well, Sharpley once again did all the work, looking, skates right around Kellen, comes in, a good save by the goaltender, but look at the puck, it's just lying there. He can't cover it, can't smother it, and there's the goal.
An opportunist goal from Craig Homola. What's that? That's his 28th of this Regal Cup competition.
Assisted by number 4, John Sharpley. Time of the goal, 33 minutes and 55 seconds.
So will the racers be stung back into fresh action? They got back on terms, they now trail 6-4, and here comes Rick Ferrer. He's been their deadliest marksman in this Scottish Cup final. Getting it back to forehand to Ferrer. Ferrer right across here, Kelland to Ferrer. And it just had to go in. And right at the end of it, it was Tony Hand. It was a real move from one player to the other. Paul, let's look at it again.
Well, this time the power play comes together for the Murrayfield racers. First, it's Paul Hand over to Ferrer, goes out front. Kelland puts it back in. We have Scott Neal out front. Hand puts it in there.
Pentland to Kelland. Kelland to Burley. Burley, well, wasn't looking where he was passing. Only as far as Jaroslav Lichka. Lichka looking it on. Here's McEwen. Kelland, a chance to measure one. Just taken off his stroke at the last minute. And the chase back on here for Paul Pentland, uncompromising defenceman. Nips by McEwen. This is Stevenson. He'll play it way up ice. And well, might have rolled for the icing whistle. No, Burley. Final period could do with a goal. And Ferrer runs straight into oddly ineffectual Tony Hand. Now Homola. Pentland went with Sharpley, but here is Sharpley. And Ricky Ferrer pushed away by the goaltender to Lichka. Lichka here to Ronnie Wood. Ronnie Wood pushing on for Homola to chase, but Kelland is aware of the danger, smoothly moving back behind his own net, relieving the pressure. Such a cool player, finding Ferrer. Ferrer looking for Tony Hand. Hand one-on-one. Dundee again with Sharpley. Does take some dispossessing. Lucky break. Hastings into Tony Hand. And it's Slater moves across. Hastings had a chance there, still not away. Kelland measuring one. And this time Tony Hand is well positioned. The puck bounced out. It was high time. Then Hand got his name on the score sheet. Paul Ferguson, look at it again.
Well, I've been watching Tony Hand, and he really hasn't been in this game at all, but this time he was right where it counted. The shot came in, it was deflected, a good save, but Hand is right there in the crease to drive it home.
And the bookmakers would not be offering odds with any great confidence on either side at the moment. Could go either way. Super Cup final. Psychologically, Murrayfield must feel just a little bit taller. They've been behind for pretty well all this cup final. They're back on terms now. And we're into, what, the last 10 minutes or so. Now a chance. Swept up by Doug Stevenson. Only back as far as Paul Pentland. Pentland looking across for Burley. Controls it with his skate. Nice little flick in there for Jock Hay.
Well, Jock Hay picks up his second goal of the game, and he does it all by himself here. Hay comes in, takes a shot. The goaltender made the first move, and that's in the back of the net.
So off we go again, and Dundee must make sure that the racers don't get hold of this puck. Wood. Puck is trapped. Murray Hansen did so well there under colossal pressure.
Well, a good effort here by Ali Wood, way back at the point. He keeps his shot low, but Hansen is equal to it.
Well, once again, we have a cup final. You could hardly script. Seconds ticking away, played up, and the race is on, and it's Hand and Alistair Wood, and Wood must get there first. The net is open, we remind you. The Rockets have pulled their goaltender. And what a chance if only they can get hold of this puck. It's back here. Burley. And the hooter sounds. And the racers have held on. The celebrations will start. They were behind for so much of this Regal Scottish Cup final, but they're in front where it counts, and that's at the end.
So the Regal Scottish Cup is presented by Mr. Arthur Loughlin, the Regional Sales Manager of Imperial Tobacco Limited, to Chris Kelland, who also collected the winner's cheque for £1,000. No wonder he had a smile for our interviewee, Sally McNair. There he is waving to the delighted Murrayfield Racer support, who've given their team great support, not only yesterday, but this afternoon as well. Absolutely marvellous performance, an inspiring part there by Kelland, who really worked hard. He was hardly off the ice in the last part of the final period, and he really played a captain's part. So there it is, great joy for Murrayfield Racers. And as I say, we're hoping to try and get a quick interview with Chris Kelland, the captain of the winning side. But I think we're going, there he is.
Chris Kelland, congratulations, the very first time Murrayfield Racers' name has gone on the Scottish Regal Cup.
That's the first time, it's only the second year they've had it. And we were in the final last year, and we got beat by this team, so we're happy to be back in the final again and win it this year.
Well, it wasn't an easy game, was it? But a very good one for Rick Ferra and Jock Hay.
Oh, it was a really good game. Jock Hay, oldest guy in the team, and he got the winning goal for us this time, so, you know, the old guys are still doing the job.
It's been a good season for you so far. Murrayfield Racers have already got the Scottish League Cup. You're well ahead in the British League at the moment, 7 points clear. I hope you'll be now hoping to hang on to that lead.
Well, we're hoping to hang on to it. Dundee's our nearest rivals in that too, and they've got 3 games in hand, so we're not that far ahead really. And we play them the last game of the year, so that should be a good game too.
That's right, it's a fight that's going to go on.
A delighted Chris Kelland. Well done, Murrayfield Racers.